This is a Bramble Jam podcast.
Today's Tuesday, August 18th. You should take the day off. Hi, everybody.
Hey. How was mid-dance trance?
Dance trance,
It's a dance trance.
It's a dance trance.
Sometimes you get going and you forget about it.
Dude, believe you me, I know it more than anybody else. I know it more than anybody else.
Anyone else. The great dance trance of 2003. Here's the thing. The only thing that can snap me out of a dance trance is knowing that I don't have to go to work today.
Oh, my gosh.
Take the day off.
That's exactly right.
Boom.
I want to know, how many of you have taken our advice on
I
taking a
hope
day
all
off?
of you, if you're listening right now,
I don't want to believe that I live in a world where someone would listen to a podcast every day about taking the day off
and still go to work.
Be
better. That music's still playing?
Yeah. Sometimes it's just good
if
for
I go
my
back
soul.
into the dance trance, if it's a double dance trance, then we're in big trouble.
It's a deuce dance.
Deuce dance trance?
Deuce dance trance. I saw them live. You know what? The interesting thing about them, they're a dance kind of techno band. They all dress up
as Deuce Bigelow, male Bigelow.
Yeah, and the wig fell off, and it was very disappointing.
The wig singular.
The wig.
Okay.
The rest of them are so committed, but the lead singer, unfortunately, has to wear a wig.
Lead Deuce.
Guys, welcome to Bad Poetry Day is the day today.
Bad Poetry Day?
Bad Poetry Day. We're going to get to all about it, tell you how to celebrate and all that good stuff. Before we do, if you wouldn't mind joining Bramble Jam Plus, that would mean so much to us, and it would help us eat lunch today. And so thank you so much for thinking about it. BrambleJamPlus.com is the way to do it.
Some days we don't eat lunch.
Some days we don't. We only eat lunch if someone signs up before 11 a.m. So it's kind of
11 p.m.
It's a deal we've made.
Following day.
It's a deal we've made with the devil.
Yeah.
And so there's nothing we can do.
Yep.
Bramble Jam Plus. There's 3 different tiers depending on what you're into. If you just want ad free, no bonus, no big deal. You can get that. But then you can go all the way up to all access and get a bunch of bonus stuff each month. So just all depending on kind of where you're at as a human and what you're into and how often you want to hear our voices. So BrambleJamPlus.com is the way to do that. And follow us on the social medias at Take the Day Pod. And you can watch this show on YouTube if that is if you're somebody who likes to watch things. Do you like to watch things?
I am not a huge YouTuber, but the people, if you're watching us now, I mean, there's not a lot of special effects. There's a lot of dancing. Mm-hmm. There are a few voices. And occasionally, there's some malfunctions, which I think you're really watching for. Like, for instance, on Friday, if you tuned into YouTube last Friday, no, I'm taking that back. If you tuned into YouTube on August 7th, 2 Fridays ago, you would have noticed that there was no video for Take the Day Off. It's because we forgot to hit record on the camera.
It's just a button right here. You just press it. and
you didn't do it.
I didn't do it. You press them both at the same time to record the audio and the video.
Just didn't do it.
Sometimes you want to know. Sometimes you just don't do it. Don't worry though, because I was switching the whole time until the computer went to sleep, and
That's
then
right.
I realized,
yeah, you were still producing the episode.
I was still full. It was fully produced.
That's
it was
right.
fully produced, fully ready to go. It's Bad Poetry Day. Dan, last night I was watching Jeopardy as I do each and every night.
Of course.
Alex Trebek spoke out to me. He said, "Brandon, Dan has a message for you." He wants you to know about Bad Poetry Day. He's going to tell you about it tomorrow. And I was like, what? And so I put that marijuana away fast. Dan?
What state do you have to be in for Alex Trebek to start speaking to you through the TV?
Dude.
Well, I've got a doozy for you.
I wish I could say it was only once. Tell me about Bad Poetry Day, Dan.
You've heard of Incubus, right?
Yes, I have. They the Deuce Dance Band, they opened up for Incubus. Oh man,
the Deuce Dance Trance opener for Incubus was quite a show.
It was quite a show.
and as far as
wig everywhere,
as far as Home Depot parking lots, that was one of the more. That was one of the more crowded ones I've seen.
It was, yeah.
It was
Maybe
crazy.
a whole full life.
The lead singer of Incubus, Dave Incubus, he tried to get off the ground before he started the band Incubus. He tried to get off the ground as a poet. He would go to open mics, free air poetry, whatever they called, and he would read poems. And he would routinely, Dave Incubus, would get booed off the stage at these events. I know Incubus is such a great band. I can't believe that Dave
wouldn't
Incubus,
last long. I'll tell you that much.
No. And he would continue, like he would work and grind on these poems, and he realized that instead of working, and pouring his heart out and getting booed off the stage, he would lean into the idea that his writing was terrible. It was bad. And so he started to petition George W. Bush. He wrote a letter a day to George W. Bush to create a national bad poem day. That's what he wanted to do. And George W. Bush didn't respond. Obviously, he's the president of the United States. So he started writing 2 letters a day. And finally,
I just want to get this. I want to get the timeline right.
So you please go for it.
He was writing these letters before or while he was in Incubus?
It was a both and. He was a poet in the 90s.
Right.
And then he started.
And Incubus started.
Incubus was a side project for him. He was like, poetry's my jam.
Right.
I got to step over and do this dumb band thing.
What year do you think they started?
96.
So he didn't start. Did he write anything to Clinton though?
No. So he's
interesting. Okay.
And so
I'm just trying to get the timeline.
No. I appreciate that because the history's important.
It is.
So after he starts writing 2 letters a day, finally, the office of the president said, we will announce a National Bad Poetry Day just to get you to stop writing us letters. And sure enough, in 2007, George W. Bush announced National Poetry Day. That's the history of National Bad Poetry Day. I'm sorry, National Bad Poem Day. I'll get it.
Is he offended that he started a day about bad poetry?
If you're the front man for Incubus, you don't get offended by much.
91.
91. I said 96.
6, yeah.
But see, here's what you don't know is that iteration of Incubus wasn't called Incubus. They changed their name. They say it as 91. So there's the history of National Bad Poem Day. Are you down a rabbit hole of Incubus history right now?
Yeah.
Why?
It does appear that they have always been called Incubus. Well, because I want to make sure that you got your info.
I'm telling you, it's right. Stop fact checking me.
Okay. So here's what I have found as I Googled this day. This day was created by a website called wellcat.com.
Wellcat.com.
Wellcat.com. Wellcat.com has created a number of special days, have copyrighted them all so that they can profit off of them.
Wow.
And
well done, Wellcat.
You can't be upset at that.
No,
that's America for you, baby. So they created Bad Poetry Day, and we are better for it. Really, Bad Poetry Day is just a day where you, as somebody who maybe doesn't write poetry, can just give it a shot. Just try it. Just try it.
Yeah.
Chances are it's going to be bad. But you know what? Bad poetry is better than no poetry at all. Walt Whitman said that.
Bad poetry is better than no poetry at all. Yes. I'm pretty sure that was Dave Incubus.
Okay. Yes. And so it's a very simple day. You write a poem.
Yeah, that's all you got to do.
You write a poem, and
you can go haiku with the 575 format. You could do a lot of things.
Yeah. Were you ever a big poem boy when you were a writer?
I wasn't.
When you were a writer?
I was back when I was a writer. Yeah. I never even dipped my toe in the water.
And I would, you know what? I want to encourage you to do this. Write a poem today.
Okay.
And then I want you to send that poem to one of your old educators.
Okay.
And just say, hey, I was thinking of you today.
So you think as teachers, they're going to hear from students from 10, 20 years ago, and it's a poem, and that's not going to be weird.
I think it's going to be super weird, and that's why I want people to do it.
Very weird.
I think people are going to be very concerned. And I want you to just also in that just say, hey, I'm doing this because of the guys over at Take Today. This is really a marketing ploy for us. And so thank you guys so much, because really what our core demo seems to be is annoyed teachers. That's what we have found.
I love it.
And so that's kind of what we're going for here.
They gravitate to us.
They do gravitate
and
to us.
That's not surprising because I gravitate to them.
Yeah. So we are going to each write a poem here during the break. We'll share it after the break. We also asked you guys to write a bad poem about the podcast, and we got quite a few of those good entries, and so we'll read those after the break. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this to take the day off. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, I guess I'm back. I don't know. What?
We're back?
Who am I? Welcome to Bad Poem Day, guys, and welcome back to Take the Day Off. If you have not yet called your boss and said, hey, can't come in writing an old poem to my old teacher, get on that. Get on that.
Get on it right now.
Get on it right now, because I think as old future educators, I like to think that we're going to get a few.
Old future. Do you think they're both going back to the classroom at some
Lord,
point?
no.
Old future.
I didn't mean it. That was just.
How dare you put that out in the universe?
I'm so sorry.
I might. You never know.
Yeah. We got a handful of poems about the podcast, but before we shared those, we both wrote a poem during that break, and so I'll go for you.
Yeah, sure. But it's a haiku, as it is. Bad poems today. Incubus, yes. Only the best me. Bad poems today. Incubus, yes. Only the best me. There's a lot there, guys.
Love is what you make it. It's not a haiku. Okay. Stop counting. This is just free flow, baby.
Okay.
Love is what you make it. You'll never find it if you don't seek it. Seek it, know it. Find it, love it. Love is what you make it.
Wow, that's profound.
Thank you.
Only the best me.
Only the best. Yeah, I think yours was better than mine. We asked you guys yesterday, write a poem, bad poem about us, send it on in. And we got so many of them from our wonderful Brainwave Gym Plus subscribers. We got some that are related to some of our other podcasts, like the Hallmark. Some are related to Brainwave Jam. All that good stuff. Dan, would you like to read some of these poems?
Sure. I'm interested in Erin Shea's because it looks like the form of a haiku, but her last line has 6 syllables instead of 5, which makes me a little curious. 3 guys from Greenville. They watched all of the Hallmark. Bran laughed. Dan quit. Panda.
Yeah. No, I think that's good. Hey, Michelle wrote this one. I do also think that it's a haiku. Which podcast? Bad Why? Christmas review is askew. Grovel, no gavel.
Wow.
That was from Michelle.
Michelle's really doing it. Mally wrote, what will today be? Goldfish Diet Coke popcorn, Bramble Jam podcast. That might be my favorite one. That really encompasses everything you need to know about Bramble Jam in a little bitty haiku.
Yeah. This one's from Stacy. She said this. Take the day off with Bran and Dan to celebrate a donut, cookie, or pecan. Don't miss on each day's history, even if they sound a little suspicious to me. Invite a friend to join the fun. You won't regret each celebration.
Where is that? I don't see that one. That one's amazing.
Yeah, thank you, Stacy. It's the last one on our list. I had to do a little Scrabble there. Yeah,
gotcha. Yeah. This one is Melinda, and it's more.
Ooh, this is a good one.
It's more of a Deck the Hallmark.
I like that. I like that.
Panda, Bran, and Dan, Hallmark movies and actors, plus the Crystal Dance. Rocky Mountain Christmas, never buy the same horse twice. Started this wild ride. Football hero Santa, Abe Lincoln in a pageant, ride or die, or die. I couldn't do just one.
Wow. That was beautiful.
I loved it.
That was beautiful. We have this one from River. She said, Take the Day Off is a podcast where 2 people I adore tell everyone to stop working. But I like to think that what they're saying, why to celebrate today, and we're pretending this is a poem. Yeah, it was a bad poem. And so job well done.
That was well done.
Thaddeus also let us know that they cannot write bad poetry. So kudos to Thaddeus.
All you can do is
Thaddeus, take the day off.
Take the day off because you're that good of a poet.
That's right.
I love it.
And Fiona said, this is another one about Deck the Hallmark. Deck the Hallmark pod. 3 guys sing a whole lot and funny as heck. That's true. Yeah, that's all true.
I can't deny that. Colleen says, no, I can't because there's no such thing as a bad haiku. So here's an awesome haiku. You all watch Hallmark. Sometimes you do funny bits. Laughter all around.
Oh,
there's a lot there.
I love that.
And not only that, but I do feel like our funny bits have somehow spiraled into this show.
Yes, that's true. We'll do one more that I have found. It's Emily. It's a very beautiful one. It's about it's another Deck the Hallmark one. And so here you go. It is roll the tape. It disappeared on me. Roll the tape. Nope. How do you go back? How do you get me?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Sometimes Google Sheets is awesome because, you can do things, you can collaborate, and sometimes Dan deletes a whole column of poems.
Yeah, we were moving on. I'm sorry. Roll the tape.
Well, I bet it was really good. Roll
the tape, though. I'll say that. If you say
it is very profound.
You roll the tape.
It's very profound. I'm sorry.
Roll the tape. Roll the tape. Emily, I'm sorry.
Oh, boy.
Roll the tape.
Hey, we're going to be back tomorrow with another day. The question that we want you to ponder and even reach out to us and let us know if you're a Bramble Gym Plus member is, what is the best way to eat a potato? We are going to get into that tomorrow. Lots of debate, I'm sure. But until then, here is a
Wait a minute. Roll the tape. Do the crystal dance. On this podcast, they must wear pants. That's because they do video too. A podcast with video, that's new. Panda brand, Palahaha, Hallmark Christmas, be like fa la la. But watch out, Dan can be a real stickler. Maybe don't listen if you're CCB or Pickler. That is a good one. I'm glad I found it.
That's beautiful. How'd you do it? You're a big tech boy.
I'm a big tech boy.
Well, you found it on the back end.
If I was a tech boy.
Happy Bad Poetry Day, everybody. Happy Bad Poetry every day. It's so early. Happy Bad Poetry Day, everyone. We're going to leave you with this Palaha Q, which is a poem. It's not bad, I'm sure.
It's great.
He only
They're
writes
all
good
great.
poems. We'll be back tomorrow with another day. Until then, take the day off, everybody.
Faith is evidence that there is something to hope for. Joy is born from faith.
Why, hello there. Take the Day Off is a podcast on the Bramble Jam Podcast Network. You can find all that info at bramblejampodcast.com. I'd highly recommend it. It's fantastic. Brandon and Dan are the hosts. They're such cutie pies. You also can go to BrambleJamPlus.com and join and give us money. Please do. These boys need to eat and need to eat right away. Grant out.